go over Matterport again and just kind of give an update because some things have changed since I did one of these a few years ago. So whenever you first show up, now some of these I have where they actually start on the outside, some of them don't. Some of them I just start on the inside, which is fine, but when it shows this one. So a couple things. When you first get it started, you're going to have your film strip down here. You're going to have these little icons. Up here you have an address. Now, if there are two different versions, one is branded, one is unbranded. Typically, unbranded, if you click on that address, it's just going to give you the property information. This is for the MLS because, as you know, you can't have all your branded information. But if you want the branded version, then we have that version too. So I've got two copies up here. One's branded, one's not. So in this case, if I click it, you can see, okay, I did this one for Eagle Auction. I did a ton of stuff for them, so I figure it's easy to use this one. But that's what you would use. So depending on which you use. Now, when we're doing the property websites, then that will go in there and that gets utilized, but the system figures that out. But in either case, that's not what we're covering. So I want to mostly cover the functionality, but I want to make sure that you know, one, you can click over here and you can see, but that one is branded, one is not branded. Make sure that when you're doing the MLS, that you make sure you're using the non-branded one so you don't get yourself into trouble. All right, so a couple quick things. So down here, if this film strip is kind of cluttered for you, you can click on that little arrow, it drops it down. If you wanted to play in a slideshow mode, you can click on that little play button and it'll automatically basically just take each one of these and it's going to kind of just go through them one at a time and just show you stuff. And then you can still interrupt it and click that. Really went funky, didn't it? Let me refresh this page. But you can click through these. Oh yeah, I'm already on that one. No kidding. But you can click on any of these if you want. And you can move around in them, or you can come all the way back to the beginning. So if you click on this dollhouse view, and you can actually click and drag and move around, you can actually zoom in and out a little bit, and you can actually kind of go through and see all the layers. It's pretty cool. You can also click on this view here, and you can zoom in and move around. And then say you wanted to get back to the other, you can also get there by these icons. So you've got dollhouse view is right there, and you can zoom in and out, or that was a floor plan view, sorry. Floor plan view. You can also change the floor layers. There's the, why is it not giving me that? Here, okay. In either case, you can move around and you can see all these things. Okay, so one of the things I want to kind of cover real fast is, say for example, you want to know how big something is. Now, I try to go ahead and pre-do some measurements, but I'm going to put some in here. Let's see. Let's make sure I don't want to be on all floors because sometimes it does that. So we're going to make sure we're on floor 1 specifically. All right, and I'm going to click on this measurement tool here. Click on that. Now you can see I've already done some in here. So if you want to do some others, you say you want to measure how wide this is. Click on the plus tool. Just click. Maybe we'll come up here so we have something of a straight edge, and then just I click and release, and then I come over here and then I click and release, and that makes it. Now after that it's free floating. If I hit the escape key, that goes away. You know, so you can measure anything you want. Say you want to measure this space, you can come over there. But say I want to keep going, so I've got that. Say I want to just keep going, see how much further it is to this over here. I can click again. And then I can go wherever. So I want to go down here, click and release, click and release, click and release, hit the escape key, I'm done. So that's measurements. Right now I don't have any notes in here, but that can be utilized. But like I said, we're not utilizing that at the moment. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Let's just kind of get you in there. Oh, yeah, let me go back to the front. So if you are on the outside, so you're going to have this thing right here. If you mouse over it, you see it changes. So that's actually, you know, because we can actually scroll around. But we're going to do that. That'll take us inside. So that's how we go from inside to outside. And then let's see, instead of going upstairs, just kind of navigate, because I think there's another one over here somewhere. Yep. So you see how you've got either those circles, or you have this over here, 360. So what this is this is a separate scan that does not make it part of the modeling, and this will take you right back inside. So when we're doing this modeling, here, let's come back to this view here. So that's those 360s right there. That you can see there's no 3D information built around them. They are independent 360s, so that is a feature that we utilize. Now there are some other things that we can make use of, but let me kind of cover that in a different video.